Well, hello there. It's been a while. Yeah, I put it Billboard warehouse in hiatus due to me just not feeling like I had the time anymore, and then when I did want to start again, my mic broke. But now I have a brand new computer and sometimes in my hand. So let's do another one of these. Last time we went inside the 70s. Its ludicrous amount of soul and soft rock music. And now I feel like I should go back to a time where I was actually aware of pop music, 2010. I mainly followed pop music in 2010 through MTV Pulse, which is a now defunct pop rock in quotations MTV channel. And I don't really have a lot of connection with the songs in this list, even the alternative ones. And a lot of it is country music and hip hop, but mostly country. Anyway, let's count down the bottom 20 of January 15, 2010 on Billboard Warehouse.
The Terrible Tier.
So I've never listened to Redditude. I just never had the courage to do it, even though I'm a pretty big Weezer fan. And well, boy, does this sound like shit! This is not even offensively bad, just the least groovable pop rock I've ever heard from this band. Say what you want about Beverly Hills, but at least it had a groove. If said groove is good or bad is up to you in the comments. I'm not judging that game. You wanna know how bad this is? Well, this is worse than... Oh boy, I always wanted to listen to a terrible female version of T-Pain that shares the scene with Chris fucking Brown. I didn't know this song at all, so I had no expectation for it. Even with the Chris Brown feature, he could always surprise me. But God, is Easter Dean terrible on this, and that beat is just so fucking annoying. You know you did something truly awful when Chris Brown is the best thing about your song. I am not fucking kidding. He actually sound pretty good on that hook. I'm glad booty songs are so common because it helped all of this terrible trap magic gone very fast. And yes, it's still better than the Red Weezer song, because at least it gave me something to chew on, unlike Weezer. Next.
The Bad Tier.
Okay, I know this is kind of a bad faith criticism to say this, and that Helmet Figure was still starting to get big when the song came out, but holy fuck is this compressed like other shit. I cannot imagine. How did they think this was okay to make? This feels like a prototype to the song they would later make. Yeah, it's just what it is. It's not on the terrible tier because Lil Jon is someone I just can't hate, and he just brings so much energy to the song, even when the beat is not good at all. Yeah, I prefer the real party rocking. Please can we go to that immediately? This is a Lil Wayne song, not a Young Money song. And I know one thing about Lil Wayne, it's that his 2010 was bad. The fact this song is only one of his better performances this year should tell you everything you need to know about this period of Lil Wayne. Please do not listen to his rock album from this year, it's fucking dreadful. Next,
The Meh Tier.
hey look, it's the Paula guy. Back when his fans actually liked him. I don't get it. You know, when I first heard there was a song by Snoop Dogg named I Wanna Rock. I was expecting Snoop rapping over some higher beat and doing his usual thing, and it'd be real good. I was not expecting him rapping over the I Wanna Rock Right Now part, Rock Your Body by Black Eyed Peas. By the way, Rock Your Body, good song, don't hate me. Yeah, Snoop was already at his not trying era of his career in shows. Still make great songs every once in a while, but most of the time it's stuff like this. Yeah, it's not really impressive. What can I say? I can see why some people actually bought this, but yeah, no. No.
Gonna miss that smile. Gonna miss you, my friend. Even though
Okay, first off, that sax, great detail.
got the news.
Otherwise, yeah, this is a pretty inoffensive Toby Keith song, which is a quality that not a lot of Toby Keith songs have. This has the sort of class most Toby Keith song doesn't have. It's just too bad, but Toby is so generic sounding on the ear. Yeah, it's better than when he sings about being an American soldier and American, but yeah, it's boring. Can't like Kenny Chesney cover these, please? I'm sure he will make a way better version of this song. Lifehouse is probably my least favorite band of the late 2000s adult popization of pop rock. Not as heavy as Daughtry, and also not as Freddy as the Prey or Snow Patrol. This song, however, they have a pretty good hook on their hands. It's really too bad they don't do anything with it. Also the fact that I remember seeing the music video while basically not knowing what the song even sounds like. Just shows how forgettable this song is. Because this is not a super memorable music video.
Okay, tier.
What am I supposed to do when the best part of me was always you? And what am I supposed to say when I'm all choked up?
Speaking of adult pop, yeah, all three hits from this band are sad in my book. Interesting, artistically made, and some. Already know this fucking song. I'm gonna move on to something a little bit more interesting.
Work all week till the job gets done.
Hey look, it's a pro country song? Okay, this is pushing pro country label a bit too far, but you see what I'm saying. This is a more meaty, dumb country song with a lot of traditional country rocks right from it, and it sounds pretty good. If it was made 2 years afterward, it probably sound like utter shit, but this is fun as hell. What the fuck is Billy Currington though? Yeah, I still don't know jack chick about country singers, I'm sorry.
Now, honey, I know you love getting dressed up, and you know I.
Okay, so I know who Chris Young is at least. And yeah, this is a good song, but I have an issue with the pre-chorus of this song.
All I can think about is getting you home.
Holy fuck, let your wife have fun, bro. The sex can wait. Jeez.
I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm going in.
And I'ma go hard, and I'ma go.
Okay, I lied about steady mobbing. This is the best Lil Wayne thing I've heard from 310. It's one of the tracks from his protege Drake. And God, I miss when Drake rapped like this.
First off, you know what it is if you heard Drake. Making hoes wobble like a bridge in an earthquake. Never see me out, cause I live in my workplace.
Oh, when Young Jeezy is here too. Yeah, I already forgot he existed and I just said this sentence 2 seconds ago. But going Hingo can be a bit grating at points, which is why it's not in
Listen to the Beatles singing back in the USSR.
Okay, so here's a story time. Once I listened to country radio on my phone and heard a song by Brad Paisley called On Run. It was awful. One of the worst I've heard from this artist on country radio as a whole, and I was convinced it was from the country era. And no, it was from 2007. Let's just say, Brad Paisley is not on my good side, which is why I'm so surprised this song sounds so good and fun. If it wasn't a bit too generic for its own good, it would have easily been on the great tier. Good going, Brad. Online is still a train wreck though. Oh, and this music video is goddamn awful and I fucking love it. Like, this looks like other shit. This is fucking great. This is what Brad Paisley actually does online. Oh, finally, a song I actually remember listening on MTV Pulse, like I said on the intro of this video. No, it's weird, I swore this was a 2009 song, but I guess my memory must be a little bit fuzzy. Yeah, this is not the best Pink song from a pop rock era, but it's still their best ever by far, so it's way better than 1,000 What About Us. It actually has a groove, it can actually works pretty well, but also works pretty well between the two pop songs. It's basically Weezer's version of So What, but what is better than So What, really? Yeah, it's a good song. Really cool music video too, yeah, I forgot that this music video was pretty good.
Wild, wild whisper blowing in the wind.
So, hot take, I actually like most of the Need You Now album by Lady Antebellum, and yes, I'm going to call them by their dead name because they don't know the Lady A name. If you know, you know. Yeah, I know most people only care for the title track, and for good reason. Need You Now is an excellent song, and it got viral in 2010 for a reason. But the rest of the album is also really good. This single would probably not be the best one on the album. Yeah, it's the No Need You Now. I mean, it's better than Just a Kiss, but that's like a participation trophy for Lady Antebellum. I would just recommend you to listen to the full album and tell me what you think about it. I'm actually pretty curious. Yeah, this is kind of substandard for this album standards. It's fine. Actually, that's kind of what most Lady Antebellum would sound like after this one album, so yeah. Fuck it, Cobra Starfish is the good version of Feel Free. No matter how sleazy or dated they sound, or let's be honest, nerdy they are, they always find a good hook to get me in. To be fair, the verses are pretty immediate here. The Cobra Starfish dude's vocals have got better days for sure. This chorus just fucking slaps. Is it better than Good Girls Go Bad? Hell no, but it's still a good song from the same album. Heck, it's better nerd rock than that Weezer song on the list. Hi there, it's Tris from the editing. When I downloaded the video for this particular song, the audio didn't download with the music video for some reason, so there's not going to be any sound. Sorry, it's not even for copyright reason, it just downloaded that way, and I don't want to spend more time on this. Anyway. I feel like I've heard like 30 songs from the 2010s and also from the 2000s that tried going from the exact same song as this song, and they all failed to sound as good as this. Man, Mary J. Blige was so good. It's a bit on the boring side of good though, but the last 3 songs sure aren't, because it's
The great tier.
I bet all of you expected this to be my number 1, right? Yeah, here we have the French indie pop band Phoenix with their biggest hit of all time, 1901. what can I say that hasn't been said about this classic already? It's having great backgrounds of being heavy to consider rock music, but it has the polish of indie pop and its quirkiness as well. I fucking love this song. Cocorico, Phoenix. Your other songs are pretty good too, by the way. I know, like Identical from a few years ago. Yeah, check that one out if you haven't heard it already. It's a classic of indie pop.
My temporary home, it's not where I belong.
So back when Carrie Underwood wasn't a fucking Christian artist, she was one of the best voices in country music. At least in my opinion. So this song, Temporary Home, as someone who had to change apartments multiple times, this song can sometimes hit close to home. Pun not intended. It is really fun. It's a song that really captures the feeling of being in somewhere you live that's mostly on standby. Yeah, it's not where you will live forever, but one day you'll find your own home, and you'll be very glad that you did all this. And I'm sure this song will get more personal with me as time goes on, because that's the thing with great country songs, it grows up with you, despite the lyrics never really changing. But of course, that's not my actual number one. My number one is
All goes off safe and soundly, but I'll miss your arms around me. I'd send a postcard to you, dear, 'cause I wish you were here.
So why, you may ask, is this song by House City, the fucking Fireflies guy, higher than Carrie Underwood? Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Because this is his best song, and I was actually surprised this song actually fucking charted in the first place. I always thought Fireflies was his only hit from this album. Of course, it would actually not be a one-hit wonder as time went on with Good Time with Carly Rae Jepsen, but yeah, this song actually was a hit. I'm glad for it because this is everything Fireflies does, but a little bit better. It's a little more sweeter. Production is better. Yeah, because like in Fireflies, it's a bit too polished. Here, it's just right. Yeah, this sounds fucking beautiful, and I absolutely adore this song. It's Howl City's best fucking song, and if you haven't listened to it, do yourself a favor and listen to it. It is absolutely incredible, and it is the best song on the bottom 20 of this week. Alright, thanks for watching this video. I'm glad to start Billboard Warehouse again. I'm gonna try to make this more often. I swear. There's probably going to be an episode in February, for example. If you have any questions, let's talk to me on the comments. Yeah, see ya later, and we have a lot of new stuff coming on the channel, like I said in the update video in December. Stay tuned and subscribe.